Welcome. This is Dr. Murphy. What is effective effort? Well, let's find out. Let's talk to some of the coaches here at Effective Effort Consulting and let's get to know them, their passions, their strengths, and the impact they're making on students, parents, and adults as they help them develop effective effort strategies and interventions to improve their lives and achieve their goals, whether it's ADHD, executive function challenges, academic challenges, or more complex needs. Doesn't matter. Our coaches are making a wonderful impact out there in the world, and I'd like to share with you what we're doing and how this might relate to you. Hope you enjoy.
Thank you for joining this conversation. Really appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk about yourself and your passions, your interests, and what coaching means to you and the impact you're having. I gotta say, from the day you came in, right out, I was awkwardly out there looking for specialists in the middle school world, and I was like, I don't even know if those kind of people exist. And then you show up, and I thought it was really just we're so blessed to have your specialty, your wealth of experience, and your heartbeat on our team. I mean, the work you can do with parents, work. Anyways, we'll get into all that. But
Thank you, David.
The first part of this is really, in this conversation, is really trying to explore what effective effort means, right? And what it means to us as an organization, what it means to coaches, and what it means in the work they're doing. So would you mind just taking a minute and sharing what that phrase means to you as a coach?
Sure. I've thought about this a lot, and what I really feel that it means to me as a coach and as a person is trying to be your best self in any given moment. We always say to kids and to ourselves, oh, just do your best. But our best is different on any different day. And we can't always be what our version of our best is. So just be your best on any day. And that's good enough. That's all you can do. And that's what I feel. That's what the work means to me. That's what I try to encourage my students to do is just do your best in any given moment. And then the rest will come. But you can't beat yourself up over if it's not good enough or if someone else is doing better. It's just your best at that given moment.
Yeah, well said. And some of us really like to criticize, right? We get into this kind of spiral of self-criticism, and that can really negatively influence, right, how we see ourselves, and how we forgive ourselves, and how we maybe don't judge ourselves so much when maybe we're not giving our perceived best that day, right? But to always feel like you can restart. So you've come into this executive function coaching, parent coaching type work with a real deep personal background and also deep professional background. I was hoping you can kind of share a little bit about how that's informed the type of coaching you love to do, right? Where you find your real passion in this work.
Sure. Well, I've been teaching for 35 years, and I've taught everything from preschool through 8th grade, and now coaching through high school. I can tell you as a parent that I never thought my passion would be for middle school, but as after having middle schoolers in my house, but now it truly is my passion. Um, there's something, I don't know, there's something about middle schoolers that just resonates with me that they really need someone who cares about them. And I feel that I can be that person. I think they're always looking for someone other than their parents to help them. And there's some blessed people at school that are able to help them there, and I'm happy to be able to help them outside of school. Along the way, I got my special ed degree early on, actually. And originally, when I got my special ed degree, I got it to help the kids in my classroom that might need a little extra help. And which is sort of being an executive function coach. You're giving the kids that regular kids in your classroom the help they need that they might not get somewhere else. think I answered the question.
Yeah. How do you feel? So this is a little deviation in my question, but from your perspective, has middle school changed over the years? Has the expectations changed? Is it harder now for middle schoolers to, than it has in the past, or do you feel like it's just, it's the same over all the years you've been working in it?
I think middle school is definitely harder. The individually and personally for the kids, there seems to be much more anxiety and stress out there over the expectations that are placed upon the students. I find the students are, for the majority of the students, are really less capable of handling what's being handed to them because they are not given instruction about how to study for a test or how to fill out a planner. And they're just expected to be able to know all these executive function skills, and they're not being taught it in the schools. And I say that as being a public school teacher and a private school teacher for many years, but they are not being taught these skills.
Yeah. It gets into the process of learning, right? The process of managing, and how that gets kind of ignored even now. The standards go up, yet they're not matching it with the skills as much as, at least it sounds like, as much as they should or they have in the past, right? That's super complicated for our kiddos to figure out on their own. So a couple of fun questions for you, Beth. One of them being, what makes you laugh?
Preschoolers make me laugh. And that's one of the things I really love about working with preschoolers, is the things that you never know what's going to come out of their mouths. And it's usually funny, even if they don't mean it to be. And I don't know, little kids, I guess maybe because I have 3 grown children that are 16, 20, and 23 now. You don't get the same stuff as you get from the younger kids.
No, the innocence of humor fades into maturity or something like that, right?
Yes. And self-consciousness.
Yeah. That's almost too bad. We all have to go through that transition in life. It's too bad. Another interesting kind of get to know Beth question. What is some of your, or one of your biggest pet peeves? That's
a very easy one. Not having chairs pushed in. I think it's a teacher thing, but it also applies at home. I do not like unpushed in chairs. Your question. That's I love it. Well, that's my answer. I guess you haven't gotten that one before.
I've been asking this question, and I was like, I really need to come up with what mine is, and I know I have a few of them. It was just on the spot. I couldn't even answer it myself without thinking about it, and then my wife told me what mine was.
And what is it?
I get really annoyed when I have to repeat myself. And that goes into mindfulness and being stuck in a generation of people saying, "What's that? Huh? Like, just even though they heard you, it's this limiting, like not stopping to think about what someone said before you say, "Can you repeat that?" And it really rubs me. I just don't repeat myself, but it's just one of those things. I don't know. We all have our thing, chairs and yourself. Yeah. Well, thank you, Beth, for this dialogue and this, just this conversation. You're doing really, if the community can understand one thing about you, it's the impact you're having on these really, this population of kiddos that really need someone, like you said, to just believe in them, to first, right, to give them someone to be connected to, and then help them do some of the heavy lifting that involves the skills needed to manage middle school, to feel good at the end of the day. And what I think is another one of your superpowers, Beth, is your ability to work with parents at the same level, right? Like your ability to transcend that gap between the work you're doing with a middle schooler and the communication with the family as well. And that's really what a gift. And I think that's really allowed our community to really to see you as an asset in the family, not just with this, not just with a student for that 1 hour a week, so to speak. So
well, you do learn from experience, and having been a mother now for 23 years, that's some of the best experience that you can have, seeing it from the parent's point of view.
right.
And one of the things I will always want to tell the parents is that it will be okay. We will figure this out and it will be okay. Because when you're dealing with your child and your child is struggling and you don't know what to do, it's really hard to see that it will be okay in the end. And I've been through it all, and I really like sharing that expertise with other parents and letting them know that I've been in their shoes.
Yeah. 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 And that takes a lot of, from your perspective, the vulnerability to even be that transparent, right? I think that's, it says a lot. But so thank you, Beth. Thanks
You're
for being
welcome.
part of
Thanks, David.
our community, and thanks for being an amazing coach, amazing person. And, I've really, it's been a pleasure getting to know you in this capacity. So thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.